Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. I had a request. Um, I did a reading on the U.S., January for the U.S., and somebody in the comments said, could I do something for Joe Biden? And I said, sure, I can do something for Joe Biden. I like Joe. Let's see what Joe's January is going to look like. And of course, I'll probably also take a look at Donald Trump for January as well, considering those are the two major players, at least here in the United States, for January. I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Welcome to this channel. You're going to find a community of sort of like-minded folks who are looking for a broader perspective and ways in which we can be of service at this very challenging time we find ourselves in. So I'm using the Wild Unknown deck, mainly because I had it in front of me. There you go, the Wild Unknown Tarot. And we'll take a look at Joe Biden's January. And, I really should look at the old December reading just to see how that panned out. I am not really good at going back and looking at my readings, but all right, let's take a look. Joe Biden. Oh, so we start with the Two of Cups, which is interesting because this was the same card that came up for the US in January. So this is about relationship. It's about the give and take of relationship. I think he's really spending his time, and of course he's very much a relationship oriented person anyway. Um, but I feel like there's a sweetness and a bitterness to it as well, because although we have roses here, roses have thorns. And so I think he's coming to terms with what he has, what he's experienced, probably in his 4 years. I imagine there's some sort of going back and looking at all the places, maybe learning from both his successes and his failures. Let's see what's crossing that. Oops. The Ace of Pentacles. He's New beginnings is crossing that. I'm not sure he's willing to quite let go of some of the relationships that he has that have been extraordinarily important in his last in his life probably, but especially I think in his term as president. What's underneath it? Justice. So he wants to be above all things fair. And I also think that he has justice on his mind. Of course, we know that he spent much of December putting federal judges forth, right? And then the judicial, you know, passing those judges. So I know that justice was a big sort of focus for him last month, just from, what, and then of course we had the thing that he did for his son, the pardon for his son. Like that was out of the ordinary, unusual, kind of against he had enough faith in the system. I think that he could have thought that his son was safe, but he didn't have faith in the system because he saw what the system did, right? Um, so I think he got a real taste of just how diabolical and evil some people are, that surprised him. There are certain people I think that didn't surprise him, like Putin doesn't surprise him. But I think there are some people in his world that surprised him. But I would say, and that's just kind of an aside, not necessarily part of this reading, but I would say that he has justice on his mind. And, considering something new. In the in the past, we have the burdens, 10 of wands. He was truly burdened through his presidency, not only burdened by all the work that needed to get done, which seemed to get done, but the second half of his presidency with the Know Nothing Congress, and then all the attacking of his family, just like attack after attack after attack, probably to get back at the fact that he won the last election in part. And then, of course, the burden of what happened in Israel and Gaza. Um, so that is also part of the burden in the past. Let's see what's in the sky. Walking away, him leaving his I guess this is his goodbye. The Eight of Cups is a sense that not everything that you wanted to get done got done, but you still have to like move away. You still have to um you didn't get to that Nine of Cups, right? You didn't get to that satisfaction. And that's hanging heavy in the air for him. I think he has regrets at this point. I think he has regrets. But let's see. And then, of course, it doesn't stop. Everybody's blaming him for everything, right? It's going to be interesting if 45 does become 47. Um, it's going to be interesting who they're going to blame then. Can they still blame Joe, even though he's ride his bicycle on the beach? Immediate future, balancing the scales. It's also transformation. He's going through a transformation. He's trying to balance everything so far in this reading really is about balance. Two of Cups, the Justice card, now the Two of Pentacles. I almost feel like he's trying to shore some financial thing up, and I don't know what that means, but that looks like where he's putting a lot of his effort is to keep maybe the economy on an even keel. Okay, let's see how it's seen from the outside. Victory after struggle. Victory after struggle. Huh. So I think something that he's done, because this is how people see the person we're asking about, right? And I think for the most part, people saw success here. And I'm thinking that the people that were, some people, of course, there are us who, those of us who thinks that he did a decent job, given, what he had to work with. Um, was he our first choice? You know, it didn't matter. He was the choice, and so you have to back the choice, right? Um, so I think overall success. There's a sense of overall success around his January. Uh, the domestic situation, the moon. He is he I don't think this is his home. I don't think this is his family necessarily. I think this is America. America is hurting. America is in a way losing their mind. The crazy lunatics out there. Hopes and fears. That he can pull some strings perhaps and control a situation that may need controlling, I imagine. Outcome, the devil. I don't like this as an outcome. I feel like he's, in the end, he's facing off with the devil. The Two of Wands. Another two. This is what's underneath it. Heads getting together, creating a plan. The Son of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. So this is a precise action based on information. And the Son of Cups. This is offering of love, offering of healing. I don't know, Joe. I think there's something about being the father of an addict and having to go through what he did with his only son now, right? After Bo died, and Hunter was really his only connection, even to his first wife and his daughter and his son, his sort of first family there. But when you deal with addicts, there comes a point where you realize that they can't help, you can't help them unless they're willing to help themselves. And I feel like he feels that way about America. Many people will say, well, he didn't do it right, and it didn't, he didn't get Merrick Garland didn't do what he was supposed to do, and all of that stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe, but uh, who hasn't, you know, I think that there was a sense that if they took down somebody who was the president, um, I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Obviously, there were things we didn't know anything about, pressures, I think. But again, he faces the devil. He faces the devil, and he has the choice of staying in the darkness or um, opening up to the light. All right, that's what I see for Joe. Let's. I think I'll do Trump as well. I'll do it in the same video. Hope I don't regret this. I never know if I should. You know what? I'm going to do it in a separate video. That way I'll clear the decks and we'll look at 45. Um, see you in the next video. Take care.